Hi class, my name is Courtney, and bear with me, I know I have a really squeaky voice. I'm not able to be at class today because I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed, so I'm doing this video that way my group doesn't have to be without one of the presenters. The slide that I'm doing today is Venus versus Earth, and let's begin. The first difference is the atmosphere of Venus is 90 times denser than the atmosphere of Earth. Number 2, the surface temperature is much higher than the Earth because of the greenhouse effect that happens. This is caused by a dense atmosphere and chemical composition that the surface of Venus has when the Earth doesn't have that. Number 3, while Earth has clouds that are nothing compared to Venus, Venus is completely covered. There's not a spot that doesn't have a cloud in it. Number 4, the clouds that were just mentioned that cover Venus are reflective, making Venus the most reflective planet in our solar system, and Earth just didn't make the cut. Number 5, it's interesting to note that there is almost no water in Venus's atmosphere, clearly differing from Earth. Number 6, the tilt of these planets are not the same either. Venus has a tilt of 177.3 degrees, and the Earth has a tilt of 23.439, so on and so on degrees. On the other side, we have the Earth. Number 1, in radar images, we see that our planet, it appears blue, obviously, because of the water. And in radar images of Venus, it appears orange and red. Even though technically it's not orange and red, in radar images, it appears that way. Number 2, the Earth rotates once in about 24 hours, while Venus rotates in the contrary sense in about 243 days. Number 3, one of the most obvious differences of the two planets is the location and distance from the sun. Venus is closer to the sun than the Earth, but only by about 30%. Number 4, while it's a common known fact that the Earth has one satellite orbiting the moon, Venus has no existing satellites that are orbiting it. Another one of the biggest differences that we have is that life cannot exist on Venus. The atmosphere, temperature, pressure, gravity, etc. do not allow life, which is literally the exact opposite of the Earth that we know and love. So number 6, this leads us into the next point, that Venus has no artificial pollution in its atmosphere because there's no life to create that pollution. However, there is still a high level of carbon dioxide, causing the temperatures to rise. Number 7, on Earth, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and because of the difference in location on Venus, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Now we get to what's the same about these planets. I was reading a lot on some websites, and they kept talking about how Venus is pretty much the twin of Earth. This is because 1, both Venus and the Earth are practically the same size. And 2, just like Earth, Venus has volcanoes scattered around it. There are active and inactive volcanoes just like on the Earth's surface. Number 3, there's the same amount of nitrogen present in the atmosphere of both planets, 3%. And number 4, Venus is similar to Earth because of the complex weather system it has. So like we would have storms, Venus would have storms too. So they're very similar in that sense. Well, that's about it. So I'm going to let the other guys take it from here, and I will see you guys at the next class. So thank you. Bye.